good man. See your name. Liam. Take a finger out of your mouth, you cannot see you. That's how we used to grow the potatoes. See here. So this, we still do it the old way, how they are done. To show the likes of this little fella what happened going back 200 years ago. The house itself was built about 1820. My name, Joe Moylan. Name is William. Liam is Irish.
Liam, yeah.
Yeah, the same thing.
Go ahead, sir. Show me the house. I follow you.
Right. You must stay with me.
Yeah.
I can tell you about that. I don't think she'd stay with me too long.
Lecturer at GMIT.
All right.
So he will stay for a little bit longer.
I have a daughter in GMIT.
Okay. His
His
mom.
mother. I will get the key and open the door for you.
All right.
Go inside now.
I look at the little donkey.
That was the means of transport for a lot of years around here. Up until the 1970s, I would think. We wouldn't have too many tractors. It would be always used with the donkey and the horse.
Yeah. Look at that.
This would be the
Tourists.
yes.
Like to just show how it was in old times?
Yes, I'd be interested in this kind of stuff, in the old heritage stuff. And some people comes along and they donate some of this stuff.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Now, there's lots of houses done up in Ireland to older times, but there's nothing done up at this period. We've just done up between 1920 and 1960.
Why are you doing this?
We do this to keep our heritage for our younger people and for the schools and pass on what I remember, what I know, and what I was told by my grandfather. Going back, he was born in 1860.
Yeah.
Kittens are in. We'll have to put out the kittens, won't we?
And you were born here, you still live here?
Still live here, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But you live in a modern house,
Our modern house now.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
But did you live here as a child, or?
I wouldn't have lived in this house, which was built by my family. Going back to 1800.
Okay.
The 1800s. And the reason for that was this house was built in 1820. It was lived in continuously up until 1997.
Yeah.
There was never a child born in this house. And what happened was, they get married, they wouldn't have any family, and they passed it on to a nephew. So every generation has changed the name. So the name Jack's Old Cottage is in honour of the last nephew who came in here, who was Jack Jennings. And we kept the name as Jack's Old Cottage, and in his honour.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, correct. Yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah, we don't bring one of them with you when you're going now.
Yeah.
And you can get me on websites and that kind of stuff. In the 1960s, the government here brought in a grant to upgrade the housing for the people out the country. And what it meant was, take off the thatched roof, put on either a slate roof or a sheeted roof, put on a bathroom and a little kitchen, and maybe in some cases a bedroom. So in those, when this was done in all those houses, we lost the old traditional part of the house. But Jack's case, he was very tight with his money, so all Jack did was put on the roof and plaster the walls. So we have the structure as it was since it was built, just plastered and a new roof. We tried to way back what I done in the 1950s. And that's what we have now.
People were smaller the days.
They were, yeah. That was the original height of the door.
Yeah.
Yes, even. This would be different things that happened in the town.
Okay.
This isn't exactly this house. But something like it. It's a big different building now. It wouldn't be the same.
Oh, pictures like this. Yeah, look.
That was where we drove up the road. There wasn't even a road in here.
Yeah.
The first time there was a car here at this house was in 2008.
Yeah.
Up to then there had only been a cart taken up here.
Yeah.
So this was what it looked like in the beginning. From the outside, so the briars and the walls and everything were all falling down.
Mm-hmm.
So we brought it back to exactly to what it looked like when it was in its heyday, going back in the 1960s or the 50s or whatever it may have been. Yeah, we have a lot of time put into it now.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's nice to do such a thing.
I enjoy doing it, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't do it for money now because
Exactly.
there's not enough money out of it to do it, or something like that. But it's
Ah, beautiful. Ja, Irma is het, huh? Wow. Gorgeous. Yeah. Where do you get your water from then?
today we have it on tap.
Yeah.
It's coming from the main water source from Castlebar.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah.
But up to a few years ago,
The old days.
the old days, that's how we got the water. No.
It's between those
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, we're halfway between the two towns.
This is nice.
That's the right. I think
It's a beautiful spot too, right?
nice and quiet. No.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This is where we do the dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Lovely.
Ooh.
On the road there's a shield then. And somebody celebrated its 50 years.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
50th birthday party.
Yeah.
It's good for a family,
Yeah.
you know, party.
So you can
private
rent
party.
this place for a party
Yeah.
or okay.
Yeah. But we haven't
There
done much
goes
of
a
it yet.
kitchen with it or something. Yeah.
Come in here to see what kind of this. Here's walk
Can I
around.
go?
No, with you. I walk around with a big wedding. What is here is two sides. Yeah. It's done for the lady as well. And this one's in. It's only a little bit of kitchen.
Wow.
Just a little bit.
Well, it's organized.
Yeah.
You can make something.
Yeah,
so-
well, we only got electricity in here lately.
Yeah.
Up to then, we only had a generator operating the system.
So it's open for a year now.
Open for a year, yeah.
Yeah.
2007, my father took the initiative to set up Old Cottage. We bought this, and at the time there wasn't an awful lot to it. It was just kind of ruins. So I think my father had a picture of where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do with it. And so he set about drawing up plans of what we could turn it into, and how we could maybe make this into somewhere where people could come and look back on maybe how their mother lived, or how their father lived, or how their grandparents lived. So we set about cleaning it up first of all, fixing it up, and making it into what it is today. So I think he achieved that very well, and we're very happy with the way that it has turned out.
Well, over the years there would have been several thousand people would have used Jack's Old Cottage, and we hope to increase on those numbers over the coming years, with more activities and more different things will be starting to run here.
It offers various activities to my age group and to the older generation too. At the moment we're doing social dance classes, so anyone from any age group can come and join in and learn how to dance different ways and different dances. We've also set up teaching people how to cook. So there's cooking classes going on. So my mother takes charge of those, and she brings in a group of people who are learning how to cook, and she shows them the traditional ways, how to make the brown bread back years ago, how to make the scones, how to make apple pie. So that's really doing well for us. Also there's walks going on in the community, and so at the moment we're trying to link up the walks with Jack's Old Cottage, and maybe this could be a stop-off point for them, so they could come here maybe and stop for a cup of tea or a scone, and they could move on then and continue on with the rest of their walk.
Well, the plans for the future of Jack's Old Cottage is hopefully we would get, just in the coming year in 2014, we would have a fitness spinning, cycling on a bike, getting fit after all the turkey we eat. Then we hope to have a playground for kids, and a little kind of a pet farm where the kids can come around and see all the different animals that we have here. We have most of them already, but just to put them in place and get them in an area where the kids can see them very easily, not to have them walking around the whole farm to see something like this. And also we're thinking in the future of having a small camping site and a little caravan park where people can come and they wouldn't have to leave when they come here to have some of the events we would hold, that they would be fit to stay here for that night and maybe move away again the next morning.
Establishments such as Jack's Cottage are extremely important from a community perspective, from a tourist perspective, from a heritage, from a cultural perspective, but also from an economic perspective. It's extremely important, particularly for the west of Ireland, that individuals have an opportunity to actually meet, amalgamate, and discuss issues that are actually relevant. Not only that too, by having establishments such as this dotted along the west coast of Ireland attracts economic activity into a particular area, and this is extremely important for the individuals that are residing in that area, and also for the future people that plan to actually reside in that area. By attracting activities related to our Irish heritage and Irish culture, we ensure that we actually retain those particular activities. In other words, we bring them to life again, keep them alive, and ensure that they are actually embedded in our future. Again, it's important that these are shared with individuals from right across the world, and the importance of attracting tourists into particular areas, supported with the necessary infrastructure, helps to actually promote and develop the western coast of Ireland. It's extremely important that we continue to develop this particular rural Ireland right throughout the world. And one way of actually achieving this is by actually having the necessary infrastructures and supports, such as Jack's Cottage, in place to ensure that we have individuals in the local community interacting with individuals from right across the world, so as to ensure that we have economic activity retained on the western corridor of Ireland to allow it to grow into the future.
Very much, thank you.
Thanks for calling to see me.
Thank you for this little tour.
You're calling
little-
to see
Bye, Willem.
to see you. Shake hands.
Bye, William. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You have to pump it up. Good job, Willem.
Good job. Careful backing out in case they...
Yeah. Well, it's quiet here, huh? Bye. Bye. See ya.